Hey guys, you want to help support Beyond the Forbidden? Go to patreon.com/Beyond the Forbidden. That's patreon.com/Beyond the Forbidden. And to watch the full length, in person, face to face interview with Nick Redfern, just go to face to face interviews and then scroll down until you see the Elites, Human Slavery Experiment, Artificial Intelligence, and the Alien Threat Agenda with Nick Redfern. Click on that and you'll be able to watch the full-length hour-and-a-half interview with Nick Redfern. And also, check the description for the links.
Well, I mean, one of the areas that they've been looking into in the last few years, actually two areas. One is sort of the whole issue of chips and implants. They've been doing a lot of research into that. And also sort of, mind-based technology, sort of what are known as non-lethal weapons, which can sort of, affect the human mind, like low-frequency weapons, that kind of thing, which can destabilize a person, very, very easily, like nausea and vertigo, and, where you're not able to operate. One of the things I would stress, which I sort of touched on earlier, is that I think a lot of this that's going on, as I said, it isn't actually being done by or with the order of a government. It's done by, by manipulators who are in the background, who are encouraging and pushing agencies to do this and to do that, which they wouldn't normally do. So I think that's one of the big differences I have with a lot of conspiracy theories. I don't think, the US government's bad and they're doing A, B, C. What I think, the vast majority of people in government, military, etc., intelligence community, they're all good people just looking out for everybody's safety, which they should do. But you have some of these powerful figures that integrate themselves in and very easily manipulate the mindsets of some of the the people in the agencies, and I think that's what we have to look out for. And certainly, when we're looking at these advanced technologies, and all these talks about microchips. I mean, you may know this as well yourself, being with the military, that they've been over the last couple of years, the military started doing a lot of research into sort of implanting chips in troops, and also sort of even like cyborg technology integrated into the troops as well. Sort of early versions of like RoboCop or something like that. And
they talked about it also, that they said the military that right now, this was several years ago when I was in, the military right now is going to be completely different 20, 30 years down the road. And they said, we're going to start integrating with technology. We're going to start integrating with robots. You can start having robots do more of our, basically what they're saying is AI. They're going to start integrating more. That's what they're working on. A lot of these, possibly DARPA, a lot of these other big groups is artificial intelligence to, that'd be a scary future, Nick, where you actually have a conscious robot that is fighting wars or killing people. That's a very scary future to think about.
Well, it is. But what I sort of going back to what I said earlier is that it's scary from our perspective, but for the people 30 years from now, they may just see our views as quaint and old-fashioned. It's kind of like if we time travel to 50 years from now, it might be so stressful for us, that world, in the same way that if somebody was time traveled from 100 years ago to now, they just probably wouldn't be able to stand the speed of life, and technology. But for the people of the era, it's totally normal for them. And I think that's one of the worrying angles, that not so much, can we change people, can we implant them, can we integrate them with AI? The question shouldn't be can we do it, but should we actually do it? There's nothing wrong with actually retaining what makes us human. And if you start going down that path of integrating technology and chips, and designer babies and that kind of thing, what color hair do you want your baby to have, how tall do you want them to be, that kind of thing, that gets into like really disturbing areas. So there's so much at stake here, in terms of people's freedoms, ensuring that we have privacy, and just making sure that we're not placed in sort of almost like a slave-like situation.
Do you think, kind of back to what we were talking about earlier in the very beginning, do you think a lot of these players are part of these secret societies, and such as Skull and Bones? Because if you're part of the right group, you get a ticket straight to the top.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at throughout history, when you've had secret societies, and some that are sort of semi-secret. You look at the Illuminati, Bohemian Grove, Skull and Bones. All of these organisations have within their ranks, and have had in their ranks, a lot of people in government, in military, in the intelligence communities, and it does very much become like a secret fraternity. And when you integrate that with a lot of the people in those organisations and the societies as well are sort of people from the banking communities, old money, old powerful families. You can trace a lineage going back centuries and centuries, which leads further to, the earlier secret societies and cabals and that kind of thing. You put all that together and you can easily see how you can have people sort of running the world, but with outside of government, but using government as sort of as the means to get this or that done.
And
What's up, guys? Michael James with Beyond the Forbidden. Do you want to receive extra content that's not viewed anywhere else? Support Beyond the Forbidden on Patreon to receive plus content that is only exclusive to members of Beyond the Forbidden. Content like the full 2-hour podcast, bonus shows, full-length video interviews, behind-the-scenes footage with guests, and much more. So what do you have to lose? Go to patreon.com/Beyond the Forbidden. That's patreon.com/Beyond the Forbidden and become a member of Beyond the Forbidden for just $5 a month. And also check the description for the links.